How is it going, everybody? TG here. You may remember I posted some sideboard testing in a traditional explorer event with Elves a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I ended up starting a new event as I goofed and thought that they were like, oh, really, really confused. Like these are like pay 750 gems, play 5 games. Sorry, play 5 matches. And I thought it was single England for whatever reason. Like, okay, cool. Anyway, we ended up playing an extra game. We're going to finish that today. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. My intention is to play a few matches. If I afford to play total, I might do this in 2 settings. You might have a different intro to each. But yeah, that's the plan. We get the play. Love that. Don't love that hand though. We'll ship that. Better. Well, I think I should bottom. Sentinel's a little shaky, but stuff go. Then Hoenn. Opponent mulliganed as well. Opponent actually went down to 5. Which is pretty rough. They have. Oh no. Well, there's one deck in the format that can recover from mulligan to 5. This is Greasebag. The Albatross is actually a really nice draw here. Let's just go War Master and actually use this bit for mana, which we didn't have a 1-drop to play. Let's get to trigger the War Master, obviously, and now it means we can go double Lord next turn and put some pressure on. The trouble, of course, playing Great Zeus Thing is that they can just kill you on turn 3, or effectively kill you on turn 3. This is also nice. I'm gonna pull cards in the graveyard. So I'm assuming they're holding up Grizzly Salvage here. So we're in a pretty rough spot overall to the oldie. Obviously we're on 20 life, so we have that in our favour. It's sort of okay. What does our mana versus power situation look like? Like, they're going to end their turn with. Seemingly block with the supply alley. Like, worst case scenario, they've got the supply, they hit what they need. Get a Greasefang on turn 3. They end up with 2 Angels in play. We should still have a decent amount of power. We're going to push at least 7 damage. Oh, sorry. At least 6 damage through here. So maybe we make it through the Parhelion anyway. We'll see. Of course, best case scenario for us, they don't have it. They whiff the Grizzly Salvage, which didn't get a Greasefang off of it. Look. Way in the graveyard. So currently missing both. Oh, Sky Sovereign messes us up pretty badly as well, but hey. Alright, cool. So we get game 1. And then, let's see. Ah, yes. Flaming Shaman, some Scavenging Users. I don't really like any of the rest of the cards. You can like hedge to Reclamation Sage a little bit, but it's pretty bad overall. So versus some of their footer draws where they have Chariot, it's pretty good. Like, you're never really like, if you're having to be like, oh, I'm gonna cast a Company and hope it hits a Rex Sage to kill this Parhelion before attacks, then you're in a pretty rough spot, I would say. On things to cut, we need to be super fast here. So some of the slower cards, Realmwalkers are going to come out. You lose a bit of value with the so versus Mardu Greasefang, they can kind of board into this like just kill spell dot deck. Abzan doesn't really have that quality to it, and so you don't have to be like, all right, we have to like leave in all our kind of grindy cards or any grindy cards, try and pull through. But you do want to be fast, which means we do need the Circles of Dream Druids, and the Marwins to kind of enable our fastest draws. I think I'm leaning to cutting like Winans Elite. Yeah, bid him, get him out of here. I think. Sentinel's got reach. Survive a bit longer in theory. Like some weird racing situations. I think I like look at this. Lock it in! Alright. Now they're on the play, obviously, which is a lot more dangerous. Okay. solid opener. Like, we have the turn 2 Marwyn, which is a kind of this or turn 2 this or Circle of Dream Druid is kind of our kind of ideal start in that it's the way we kill them the fastest. Getting one of these mana producers active early gives us the best route to either going like War Master or a War Master activation to kill, or just be able to just flop our hand onto the board. Again, Sage isn't stellar, but it's better than some stuff. Okay, well, this game's playing out a lot differently than the way I thought. They're gonna leave their fatal pushes in. They maybe brought out any disruption. I think it's like 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Duress kind of standard at the moment. I think go one. No, speed over everything. We just get the elf out, try and get as much mana in play as fast as possible. Like, if we draw a 1-drop, we would rather go Marwyn plus 1-drop than, like, make 2 boards. Just to get the mana engine going. The Fairgrease Fang. Oh, so dangerous. So tough. So, I think these... start drawing cards? There's no real line, there's not a good line to win if you're doing this. You're not actually, like, getting yourself in a... You're putting a bit of power onto the board, that's like it. There's... If this to mean anything, we need to be able to start activating the Clan Caller, or, well, drawing spells to cast. The other thing is that with mana in play, you get to start making moves with the Crown Visionary. They might just have, or expected to have something here. Oh, Sky Sovereign's a brutal one that loses, that actually wipes the board. Sky Sovereign's a pretty sick card on the matchup. Even if they can't get Parhelion online in time, a ton of damage. It also resets their hand. So if we get into a grindy game, they go to turn 5, play it, hit another thing. Yeah, it's not a great spot. Don't love that. Here, go Leaf Crown Visionary and then draw a card here. Okay. We're not in the greatest position. On the draw, as we were saying, is pretty tough anyway. They're actually lacking a green source, so imagine their hand looks like they probably have some with. If they draw a green source, they'll have like Witherbloom command online. I'm not no intention. Yeah, already dead and stuff. I guess maybe they really want to keep the Screech Fang alive, which means they probably don't have another one in hand. For whatever that's worth. I'm trying to think if it's. Oh, they might like have Tackany. No, they have Tackany in play. I think what they'll be holding up here. 5 mana. Again, the Reclamation hand and Sage in hand is nothing. Clan Caller. Like, do I want to be able to attack with the Llanowar Elf? I'm not really that bothered. I think I decline. It's just getting as much power in play as possible. So I'm gonna go Clan Caller, make the Sentinel. Have a chunky Sentinel and block some stuff. That's an attack you could make. I probably should have attacked that. They were a weird one. But, yeah. Okay. Green mana, untapped. Like a Aggressive Savage with the Bloom command. It's pretty nice. They're going to drain us here. Rough, given they just need a way to get the Sky Sun in the graveyard now with Dead Turn. Yeah. Okay. They have 2 blockers, 5 attackers. Pretty close to least. I should do. Well, no, it's like 4. Right, I'm gonna be such a rough one. You at least force some blocks though. This forces them to block with everything, right? Lowest of 4s, they block the 2 5s, they take what? 12. Oh no, they can actually block, go to 1. Keep the Grease Fang alive. We're not actually dead to the Sky Sovereign unless they find a way to get into the Great. Yeah? They have the can't stay away. Make the attack. Maybe they miscalculate and end up just trading both creatures out anyway. But, a lot of wishful thinking. There's a line where I keep the Sentinel back. That still doesn't prevent like a lethal attack. They only have to bot with one thing, and they can just crack back with the and whatever. They're gonna get a 1 here. Expect it with. Does turn off the Scholar Shrine, to be fair. I didn't think about that. Okay, can't stay open since the graveyard. Don't misclick. Okay. Well, this doesn't even more dead. Next card was beating there. I think I'm pretty happy with how he sideboarded. Like the recommended stages are actually pretty dead. But I don't think that having coins, they just are. I don't think they board chariots out. There are mid-range games when it. Yeah, I think this is doing. Is that winning magic? No other real targets. It's like just like a could hit this. You know what? We'll hedge slightly. We'll leave 1 in there, so that if we have the company in response, we could potentially hit it. Yeah, drawing it is, as you saw, pretty. We do have the choice here. Oh, tough one. Slow, but we have lands, company, and like stuff in the middle. Like you have 12 1-drops in your deck, you're more gonna hand like this. A line is like War Mass intertwined into which is okay. But that's not actually that strong. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright. Well. This is a pretty good hand. Make a comparison without me. But, solid. It's a lot worse if they have a Fatal Push on turn 1 though. We'll see. We kept a hand of 7. Half land. Okay. Go War Master Elf into company. That's pretty much the best we can ask. Would not have hit the recommendation stage. Have a Master in play. The Marlin makes a bunch of mana. This and this powers up the Marlin a ton because you can trigger both War Masters. Yeah. Well, assuming our Marlin lives, we'll be able to activate War Master next turn, and we're pretty good. Seven. Power out. I just got to team off that. So I've got a Grease Science by Helium, but I don't think it's good enough. Round 16, they have 2 blockers. They take 5x. Essentially, I think about it, maybe it's not that great. You think about it. Roll a little bit. Why don't you be a potato? they have to block these two, but they get to if they have a way. It's basically like, do they have a way to reset the Parhelion? They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3. You get a 1. I don't think we have a better plan. Okay, so do they have a way to get back into the graveyard? They have the informant. Oh. Yeah. Maybe it's a little too greedy. So if we take Marwyn plus Lord there, we trigger once. It's 1, 2. So it stands up full power to the Lord. I think I just goofed that. Oh dear. But you have less attackers though. You have one less attacker. Hmm. Which I think makes either play losing, unfortunately. Alright, got 3 games left to play. I'll keep another one here. Lovely. Yeah, Greasefang's always like a little. They always have the potential to get you. Obviously, we didn't hit any sideboard cards. We mulliganed there, but didn't hit any enough opening or second hand. Which is like fair enough. Like, hey, you're not gonna always hit them. But yeah, they had it on turn 3. We didn't have hate. There's not really a ton we could do about that. Like I said, the other line also doesn't get us lethal with taking Marwyn plus Lord. And I'll mass it out. It's -3. And then you're getting 4 blockers through instead. -3 plus 4. Ooh, no, because it was 7 blockers. 7 to 6, 4. All those two. No, I'm wrong. It is actually exactly lethal. Oh dear. Well, there you go. Yeah, 16. It's full force. Alright. We did the puntily punt. I was so excited. I was like, oh, this makes the. We get to make the massive, like the big moment that gives us all the mana. But yeah. Lord actually pumps them all in the same. Oh. Alright. Red, green. Oh, Kariga? Oh, it's gonna be like adventures, but without zone. Other options are like fires. When I saw this, there's like a new red green monsters deck going around that I'm probably gonna make a video with sometime this week. Here I think I'd rather let this guy in play and then have the potential of drawing cards. Give ourselves some options. They might have the giant to just kill it. Not bad. Yeah, it's a double lord, so for some damage. Play. Depends what kind of ruse it is. Veterinary Explorer, love that name. Well, excellent. I put a little bit of Nick Fit in my time. Okay, mono tap lands. I think in that case, I just want to try and get as much power into play as possible. So ignore this, but we'll sandbag the other one. We get in trouble later. That puts some damage on the board. Means this is a lethal attack that we're threatening. But I have no idea what's going on. We're not getting rhinos. This isn't modern. Well, not no idea, but hey, I'm unsure what's about to befall us. Yeah, I've not really seen a ton of Kruger in Explorer, to be honest. wanna know what this what's up. We'll see. Dum, 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 dum. They're in the tank here. The thing about this is I have no idea what I'm sideboarding for. They've not shown any removal spares. I can only presume that they've got a bunch of Bone Crusher Giants in their deck. Because, you know. Yeah, sure. Well, maybe they should have the third land. What do I want to do here? I don't feel like we're losing. Like, what I actually want to do, knowing what we know at the moment, is cut 2 Dwayne deletes for 2 scavenging users and just run it back. Because maybe it's a positive. Maybe that's a positive interaction. Like, I don't even know enough. Like, against some kind of adventure go wide deck, I don't. Well, to be honest, even then, it's like. Well, they can't be playing the like double adventure card because it's an artifact. Things I'm worried about like sweep. Anything about sweepers. I think the safest thing. I don't feel like we're getting complicated. Safest thing I feel comfortable with. I'm gonna cut a Marwyn. Go on and deletes. Just jam some stampedes. 3 Keeper's cards. And so that we can go equally as wide. And get more things to go wide with. Try that. Which leads us to like a hand like this. Opponent's going first. I think I'm happy to mulligan. I'll keep this. It looks kind of awkward. Oh. I'm gonna put War Master back, but I don't feel great. Kind of on the. We're gonna draw a land plan, which is gonna happen. Okay. Immediately, like, completely regret putting these leader stampedes in the deck, but the cards we replace them with would not be helpful either. The upside. Oh, they are playing mono tap lands as well. Very. I guess that you can do that when your deck's 3 drops. Castle into. Okay, it's Channeler. Gonna draw cards, not bounce my guy. Well, I'll carry on with my plan. No attacks. Okay. There's the fires. Okay. Kind of what I expected. The Channeler was a surprise. So I want to play Elf before Company because this has for Company. I want to cast Company. Do this. 6, 5, 6. Not really a good way to split it. I don't know if I want to make that attack. I kind of want to do this and pass. That way, if there's a sweeper, we can float mana and then Company. We'll see what they do. There's an anger. Make mana response. Not want to try and like find 3 lords off of. Tapland, Cavalier. Elementals makes some a lot of sense. That's the 2 spells done. Add Kariga, cast Company. We have these, and I think the mana is the important thing. Get this going, do I handle it? I can't really interact on our turn. An awkward one where I can't really afford to play around. This is damage to opponent and each planeswalker they control, not creatures. I feel like I can't necessarily play around a Wrath anymore. Is that true? We can like chump this and stuff, but then if they get to do some, they can do some weird stuff over here. You know what, actually, I'm gonna make this attack. The power was to activate. I think I'm gonna accompany. I just wanted to get this off the board and still like keep our kind of like resiliency cards intact. Because like the Marwyn currently, they have opportunities to bounce it, but other than that, it lives any of the sweepers. So in itself is pretty safe. It's an interesting one. Yeah, so there's the Angier. So what else do you have? Mon Kruger, draw a card. Ah, here we go. Now this is Hippo Racer. Other Kruger. The castle disappeared. Rather, her lead. A couple of cards. Putting the deck feels like at this point it's like, oh, maybe this was actively bad, but previously felt okay. I feel like so have a 6. Like we castle this up, yeah, I think we just pass the company up. Hold that one. Okay, okay. Most curious. We get some in. Bears. Well, they're going to draw a card. It is wild to me that they're not bouncing Marwyn. It feels like the sick thing to do. Maybe they're like, no, we need sweeper now. They ran through what, 2 angers? Questing beast. A way to clock in some damage. We're just going to combat. Yeah. I like Elite. Do I like Clan Caller over like? Have more cards. Okay, draw. I think so. The answer. Let's try. I just say it's not like they're like holding up anything that stops them casting spells on my side. I don't want to block to prevent some Cavalier weirdness. This is currently giving us for 1 extra mana, but also represents damage on the board. Currently at 1 land in the graveyard. Castle's a nice one. I think the best thing to do is still stampede. Grabs all creatures. Currently this taps for the most mana, so we want to use this first. I'm just going to try and the other nuts board. We can draw cards with these. First. Now we have. Oh, it's not even that big a boss. Oh, no, okay. So we want to cast this for sure. Cast this draw card. It's actually a huge draw. Sneak anger. Again. At this point, we're like, okay, we're not really looking to rebuild, we're just going to get the rest of the. I'll look at attacks on these. Yeah, the pile blockers. Here's some of the stuff going on. See what happens. Yeah, do means jump. The extras. Oh. You still end up with a massive mob. But
hey, over here.
depends how many things. They can't +2, right? Oh, they can.
Yup, you're going down.
Oh, yeah. I was like, does it restrict you from your hand? But no, we knew it already. Yeah. Alright, not necessarily like the safest route, but that'll do it. Oh, that was... Okay, we got 2 more games to play in this run. We still got to 4 wins. Can't quite get to the 5. All the playing points in terms of pack. I'm gonna pick this up another time. But yeah, you will again. There'll be no difference for you, I guess. But yeah, see you in a sec. All right, we are 2-1 so far. 2 games to play. Obviously, one of the wins was actually before this video, in the previous best of 3 video recorded. 2 more to play. We can only get as far as the 4 wins on the track now, but that's the aim. Yeah, explore Elves, best of 3. Da 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 da. This is now halfway through the video. We're still here. We're still here. Been an interesting one. Again, so I'm fairly happy with the sideboard we've got constructed at the moment. I've still not really been able to get to like see if the Loaming Shaman's like anything reasonable. Like it should maybe be like either a 4 Scavenging Ooze, or maybe we just don't need another graveyard card. There's also potential that we want to play some kind of computer effect there. I can like grab that, or that could be like the 4th Scavenging Ooze, or the 4th, or our 3rd like Reclamation Sage, or whatever. We're on the play here. Love that. Slow hand, but War Master starts are pretty good in general. We're on the play, so we'll keep this. So, versus the more grindy decks, we can have the Realmwalker. But the Clan Court at least lets us put up a reasonable clock. So realistically, we want to sequence the War Masters before we play it. Caves is interesting. Oh, okay. Black White Zombies. Some awkward sequencing here. Gonna make a War Master. And presuming the survivors, we're gonna go War Master Mystic into Clan Caller plus something. And we'll see how that works out. Okay, found mine. I haven't had a chance to play with the zombies deck. It does seem pretty sweet. I don't know how actually good it is. But, well, it's definitely good enough to win some games. But, we'll see, we shall see. Fortunately, this Family Knight's got Death Touch, which is going to hold us back a bit, but we'll be able to, stuff done. No attacks here, this is Death Touch. But then, once you make Call the Visionary, it's interesting, so you want to leave one of these alive. The thing, they can play to the board, they're going to like, grow a guy, but they can't really do a ton with it yet. As things are, going 2 for this. We want to get the Dino up and hang on. We can't activate the castle, otherwise we have a bunch of stuff. I have the choice to go Lord, make some attacks, or I can go like Elf and a Lord, which gives us access to 6 mana next turn, but then let's activate the Clan Caller. I like the idea of that, but it makes attacks short term worse. I'm not too worried about that. I think I'm gonna go. Oh, next you want the Clan Caller in play to activate it. You know. This is all kind of assuming that like, just making a bunch of lords is. Just to be fair, I probably should not. Like, so we could just play the second one from hand. I'm gonna no attacks here. Now we're starting to throw out a ton of damage. If we draw land, we can activate War Master with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. Pretty strong. Not lethal. Not yet. I kind of know, settling the Night Squad, and these together will put up a ton of damage over time. Have land. The thing is that they have to force some blocks. They get to trade away. This is a 4/4. But they can only get to really block one, at least to kill it. So that still might be the right thing to do. I don't necessarily believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can always Grand Clankle next turn. This way would definitely present a lethal attack. I'm trying to think if there's any way we die off them having 2 lands. I don't think there is. But now I'm thinking like how good is our attack here? So they get to eat both of these. They get to block 2 more things. They take 6, 12. I like this. Let's see. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 14. A lot less than I said before. Yeah. I missed math because obviously these are something set. We should swing with the non-something set ones, we'll get some damage in. Present lethal for next turn. Maybe kind of goof this. Unfortunately, because this is the Realmwalker we're casting, we won't see the top card until after we draw a card. May as well do that. I think. Alright. Back on top, we don't have health at hand already. Like, if we untap, obviously they're dead. We'll take some chip damage from these. It's interesting so you can grind this out over time. One of the things you can do with this deck is between the Stitcher Supply and the Maya Triton, is that we given them a turn, they can actually play Rally the Ancestors. And that's kind of how they're. If this like creature plan doesn't work out, that's how they're going to try and win the game on like the backup. At least that's what I think that is. As this stands, I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna play Lord and attack without activating. Yeah. Pretty fatal. That's 16 kind of things going through. It is important to calculate, and I get a little lazy sometimes. Right. This is just the one. They're trying to go underground, which we're totally fine with. They're kind of doing the opposite thing to us, where we want to mass a number of creatures and pump them, and they're kind of like, we're going to mass a number of creatures. I'm going to board the scavenging users. I think I'm tempted to bring in this Loman Shaming, but I'm not very convinced by it. On our end, trying to work out if I like to go wide plans. I don't feel the need for the Realmwalkers. I think they're not like grinding us out with creature combat. They might board into more removal. Needs to be a little careful of sweepers, even though it's like a potential. I think I'm actually going to do leave the Loaming Shaman out. No, I'm going to play it. Let me. Do I need to leave? All right. This is an argument like, okay, you can trim some sentinels, but I don't love cutting all my elves. Just kind of make everything work. Okay, right, well. Best of 3 shuffle. Keep this. Let us on the draw on one of these lands. See. So, Warmaster into like. We're pretty. We have to go very wide here. It's important. Like the tokens actually matter a ton. For like being able to just kind of like, if we need to be able to block like a huge champion of the round. I think it's round. Champion of the zombie. Briar of the parish. These are all wrong. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Company's obviously nice to see. Yeah, if they amass enough zombies in the graveyard between Wave of the Servant and the Zombie Knight as the same kind of like opponents lose life for a creature into that new control ability, they have a pretty strong rally kill. So yeah, you're playing like these zombies that mill you. The Plier, the Butler, the Triton, Maya Triton. And it gives them a combo finish, but it is sort of hard to assemble, I think. It just depends how the game goes. Like, none of the cards, so apart from Maya Triton, which is 2-1, like the cards that you're using to do this kind of stuff, aren't very good at attacking. Kind of. Like, are they getting into the red zone a ton? Probably not. Probably makes sense. Visionary off. You obviously want to get the elf and play that as a company next. Now we get to start trying anything. No attacks. Putting these in the graveyard is super dangerous. You just want to leave them in play as long as possible. I'm trying to remember if there's any good zombie sacrifice outlets. This thing, like, if a zombie control lies, real top card put into your hand. If you don't put it in, if you don't, you put it in the graveyard and stuff. A few different ways to. I didn't actually get in the red zone here. They just want to block. So 4 lands. At the minute, they're returning 3 zombies, and they'll have 1 Q effects like this. We're on 17. I would love to play this Lion or Elf, but we just want to hold up company, I think. The idea that we can company into Ethel. But I don't want to do it main phase where I can like maybe I want to like get in the red, like I don't want to get in the red zone without killing, so at least it just fires. But also, if they do want to do something with their graveyard, we can maybe Coco into the Loaming Shaman to shuffle the graveyard. Which could actually matter. Now they have a ton of zombies in the graveyard, and they have 1, 2, 3 effect. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombies. So if they rally for 2, they will bring back 5 zombies and get 15. Don't lose 1 life triggers. We are really on the ropes here. We need the Marlin because we want to be able to activate the War Master. Other than that, we just want a board. I'll take a Clan Call because we already have a Visionary. This is like one of those, like, okay. If we put all the cards in their graveyard without them having... And then like the card they have in their hand is Rally and they draw a land. Like, while they have these in play, so Rally for 1 only brings back the 1-drops. Rally itself exiles, so there's no, like, just get it back. I'm thinking about this a lot, but... Decline. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. And we need to get like most of them 3. Basically comes down to, do we want to attack and give them rally out? We're dead to the rally anyway, right? So I think we just attack and then hope they don't have land plus spell. I should... Then you get to add it if it's a zombie card, right? Yeah. They can maybe dig for a rally. You may. But then they need the land still as well. I just don't know what this card in hand is. Maybe I missed a line. We get 1, 2 bodies. Marlin goes up to 10. I think it's 11. 14 is the next break point for damage on. We'll be able to double activate War Master. Basically down to if they have land plus rally, then we're dead. Like super dead. Okay, they have Vanishing Bust in the deck. That's the other thing, we can look for everything. Everything else looks pretty kind of like standard. I mean, we've not actually seen a Rally of the Ancestors, but I want to leave it on top. Looks like they have the land anyway. The Elf. If we were playing all Loaming Shamans and not just not Scavenging Users, because on the whole Scavenging Users is better, right? But if you need, like, I need to find one card that just nukes their graveyard. Whereas if you want to, yeah, see, there you go. We are so dead. I'll let this resolve. But there you go. Yeah. Then there's a line where we try and dig for it with Kneecap Visionary. I think this is right. Maybe the Mullen's better than I thought. Maybe just like, alright, we just want to activate as fast as possible. Mana's the most important thing, right? Kinda hate it. We'll do this. We have to be on the play now, which is a huge difference. To be fair. We'll see. I think I just goofed that. If I don't attack, we're still dead to their attack plus triggers. No, I'm gonna drop Brutal again. Like we have War Master plus Fish plus Clan Caller into Coco. The other thing is that they need a pretty high critical mass of things to kill us. See. Weird because the champion starts are actually not as good as the like supply starts. So not really getting through us on the ground. Like they're gonna be able to attack here. But the graveyard and rally stuff. Scary. More attack. I do quite like this deck as this thing. This is something I'll probably put together for a video at some point in the future. There's a ton of like pretty narrow wild cards like Crypt Breaker. So I think there's actually potentially like a zombie build of Grease Fang where you play like Crypt Breakers and such supplies. But save that one for a rainy day. Ooh, that one's a draw, but we have code. We have time. The answer is we probably do have time. But so if we go Marwyn Pass, let's go up to 5 mana next turn. Pass Company. That'll get New Elves trigger. We're better off just. We don't really have any good attacks here, so we're gonna pass. I'm gonna discard something to Crypt Breaker, presumably. Or they're gonna draw. That's actually nuts. I missed the zombies deck from back one. Alright. You in the tank. This way we leave them guessing a bit as well. They can maybe like clog the board up here. Generally, we're company working for like power and play and like a mana source to activate War Master. We have the option to put them on and play ourselves before. The one downside, oh well, it's either activate War Master on our turn or their turn, but oh, they've gone for coffee. This populates for. This is summoning sick actually. Maybe they have a extinction event. Not extinction event. Black white why can't I think of it? The black white exile target mono destroy? Target mono color permanent. We'll get there. I can't seem to get anguish to making out of my head, and it's obviously no, it's not that. Vanishing Burst is what I'm looking for. Okay. Hoping they don't just time out. Yeah, they didn't do anything there. It shows they have some kind of 2-mana entrance. Sorry. So the rest of the difference between Arena and like Magic Online, Paper Magic, where you're like, okay, you can gain information off of these certain things. So I'm not having them having. They had a 2-mana spell they could cast there, but whether it's a Vanishing Burst or like maybe Deadly Dispute. No, I'm being dumb. I'm being dumb. You can tap this for the second ability. When it's the tap through and tap zombies you control to draw a card in his life. Not what I'm doing something. But we've just typed. I'll grab these. Gives me Ixalan. I think I get these because I can be safe. And the War Master's token triggers the War Master's. 5. Make the Marwyn here, and then hold some mana up just in case something crazy happens. But I think they just go. unfortunately. But the idea would be make Marwyn here, make some attacks with the tokens, hold up scavenging use so we can exile a couple of cards if we need to, and then the following turn be able to untap, activate more Master to should actually be able to play an elf first. Real things. Well, we did pretty good set plans plays out anyway. Like I said, they're probably like on like tap 3 to draw at the end of that turn. Untap, make some zombies. They don't really have a line in play to getting towards a rally kill or pushing through enough damage on board. And we have oh, I like our odds there. Alright. Yeah. And then match number 4. The last one. So we played one. We actually won one of the matches in this event in the last best of 3 elf video I posted. You can check that out on the channel. I guess there'll be a link at the end of the video or in the description or something. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, I've been doing mostly like best of 1 events. I wanted to do best of 3 with elves because I've been playing a ton of it, and wanted to kind of showcase some of the sideboard options that you have available. It's all kind of personal preference. If you have larger blocks of time, like you can play best of 3 on ladder. I don't tend to play best of 3 events outside of recording videos. But it's if you're like, okay, I have like 10 minutes, or even if you're like, I'm really bad at like, I'm gonna watch like a YouTube video or TV show on one monitor and play like best of 1 on the other one because I don't really think as much about it. Hard to do that with best of 3. I've got a personal preference too. But the higher you go up the ladder, I think you get more rewarded for playing best of 3 or best of 1. It's very fast to climb in best of 1. Also depends on deck and stuff like that. But it's very fast to climb in best of 1 up and like you hit plat and stop getting double gold for win. Sorry, double promotion for wins. And then you can kind of like go from there. I'm not Mythic at the moment. I've been doing more event stuff, recording and things. A little bit. Well, not a little bit, but I'm like mostly when I'm playing now, it's recording video stuff, or just like I want to do my dailies, tick them over. I'm assembling a bunch of playing points. I might want to try and crack on and grind a bunch of those. I'll probably just record those too. So we'll see. Last time I was Mythic, I was like grinding. I was playing a ton of best of 1 with red and white heroic. It was a couple of months ago. Just as we were starting to get towards LLC, which is starting back up again, I think, about now-ish. But in the UK at least, it's like, alright, new ICQ season, and we don't have any dates yet, and we don't have any formats yet, and we don't have any venues confirmed yet. Like, the stores are like, oh yeah, well, we're still waiting to find out, so hopefully Legacy gets on that. But, we're at too many 46, so I'm just going to restart this queue. I realize I've been waiting for a while. Then you got my rambling. Try again. I think it's just long because it's the last match of the run. 3-1. Not too shabby. Yeah, like I'm happy with all the sideboard apart from the Loaming Shaman, which I'm not sure yet. Like, there's a small chance that all the scavenging users should be Loaming Shaman, or that it should be like a 2-2 split. But I feel a lot less confident boarding the Loaming Shaman in. But it is better versus decks where you're like, okay, they want to do one thing with their graveyard, and that uses their graveyard. Not the kind of like they're gonna grind you out over the time. They're gonna put more cards in the graveyard that do things. So, for example, like Scavenging uses way better versus black red, where you're like, all right, I need to activate this a few different times. Loaming Shaman's pretty good versus, for example, at rally decks. So like they're gonna go for the rally. You just need to reset their graveyard, shuffle back. They'll be able to repopulate, but it's gonna take them a while. Black red, you cards like am I blank? Black red god. On the play blind. This is a Karuga. We're gonna get. It's just so likely that our 2-drop gets Bonecrusher Giant, and I actually want to mulligan this away. 6 lands as well. This is equally awkward. But put one of these clan callers. At least we have more creatures. See they? So if we draw a land, we're making a circle. We're not drawing land. I play a Leaf Crown Druid. Yeah. We played against Karuga earlier on this video, right? Must have been. Oh, okay. But that was the Elementals. This looks to be pretty different. It looks more potentially like. I'm gonna Elvish Mystic draw a card because that puts mana into play guaranteed. Get a land. You gotta draw a land. Get a land drop. Love that. No attacks though. Okay, so not interacted with us yet. The worry last time was that they were bonding to a bunch of angers of the gods. They have access to tons of early removal. There's the fires. Kind of expecting. Off the back of that we get Chandra. I wonder if they kill the Elvish Mystic. They can even tick up here really, but it's only going to do damage. I'm going to go kill the Leaf Crown Visionary. Alright, that means we have some lethal attack options. Oh, especially is Vigilant. Why is this card got Vigilant? Sure. Them down ticking though does give us some options. Yeah. I want to put mana in play. You have the option to go like Lord of Lord, attack Chandra, force him to block with us. Investigate. Don't want it to. Like the Lord doesn't matter that much. We could throw one of these away to get Chandra off the board. I think that'd be fine. Getting rid of the elf is a pretty big field. They have clue to find the spell to draw. I think that we're leaving this Chandra alive and keeping our mana and creatures in play. Yeah, pretty awkward. Do they have to?
Yup, you're going down.
Got a Fair Wishes? Oh, okay. Second tracker is okay. Problem. Bug.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
They go tracker into elemental. Yeah. Cavalier, activate. All of a sudden becomes very problematic. Okay. I mean, this forces a block. Weird one, because the weakest card we have in play is actually the Clan Caller right now. The one thing is they just they're just so dead next. They make this. They can't play any more spells this turn. They can sacrifice. Oh no, yeah. You can sacrifice. Well, that's problematic. Yeah. Having channel waste to interact is pretty good, huh? Yeah, I don't know what to do about. Where's the trouble? You have like a chump blocker from this. This challenger's not going to tick down again quite yet. This is a really nice decision to deck, actually. Both halves pretty strong. Kind of forgot it existed. Yeah, this is like a totally different Krieger deck to the one we played earlier. The last one we played was like elementals. Maybe I'm thinking like maybe it wasn't as a one elemental, I remember. That bounce master. So anything. That makes us block with the woman. Like we're just dead on board. Okay. So fires. Not too about other creatures dying. They're gonna bring in Anger of the Gods, but I think that just bringing Leader Stampede is actually a bit of a trap. We have the Realmwalkers, we have League Rangers, we can get through that. I think we want to trim some of the cards that makes it a bit clunky. I'm gonna get rid of one of the Marwins, I'm gonna get a couple of these. I'm actually gonna trim a Santum. Our best lines are just like trying to do our game plan as fast as possible. And then like if things come down to it, we've got some reclamation stages to pull back up. Or is a lot, but play them to draw them. And there are like other things they kind of hit as well. Obviously, like fires, but then also there's like other incidental things. Better than black. Oh, she's getting kind of punished here. Second half of this video, we just have not had Elf on to. I think on the play, I just keep. We have War Master as a circle and double company. I think. Try and through this. You're playing 12 1-drops, so you'd like to start with one, but if you have some, if the rest of your hand is reasonable, then you don't want to just mulligan to try and have one. There are some matches where like you need to be super like here. And the decision is to play this, but I could attack. They actually have a choice now whether they stomp this or this side. Okay, they bounce this. This is also. They're playing at least later. Have an Anger of the God. Sounds great. Oh well. This resets our hand, which I don't love. 5 mana next turn. I'm just gonna say go, and then next time we can go. See what they play. Please, like, move to combat before you cast your second spell. Okay. Fair enough. As I said, if there's any way we like catch these things, catch the fires in combat, that'd be nice. But I'd love to be able to hold up company. We're just like playing the telegraph cards out that we know from before. Rough because like we have company to rebuild from like a wrath. They take their creatures away as well. That's what we have. We're untapping with a Dream Dream. Okay. Actually, even with that, we can still even killing the Dream Dream, we can still have to War Master. Maybe they kill War Master here. Kill War Master, they still are in some trouble. You can try and like find one. It's a bit awkward though. The challenge is one spell. Stomp. Spell 2. Kruger. That's what it's out of cat. Apparently drawing cards. 1 mana elves. We can like go like make elves, company. A turn. Not really providing lethal, alright. And the company to find a War Master is only actually gets me 3. Can get me this way. So if I do it on their end step, they don't can't. Let's see what happens. Much exciting. A few things for them to kill. So, 5th land lets them cast the Karuk off the.
Oh, today's
They
my
hit
lucky
Steam
day.
Bird. Lets them cast the Karuga off fires. What, they couldn't do that? This is going to draw them a bunch of cards. Yeah. 1, 2. I love Karuga. I hate the feeling of being helpless the early turns of the game. Late turns 1 and 2. Sluggish Giant's a lot of luck. To be fair, seeing the Sky Turtle makes me feel a little bit better about it, but we'll see. Also, keep like printing like good 3 drops. Like it smells like a wrath, right? Look, let's go with the token. Oh, we don't have a good course of action, unfortunately. I'm gonna make mana. Gonna resolve. We'll see. We'll see what our company hits. This Rex Age this is a real bad timing for this Rex Age actually, because it unlocks their fighters. I'm casting a spell here. Bound to have something. Actually, super important we don't do that. Let them get an extra spell in now, but like then they can cast one next turn. The extra spell in now probably seals the game. We try and sound as it changes to get it off the board. Buy them things to do. Yeah, certainly looks like they're okay. Sounds good. That should probably be it. They're gonna get too far ahead here. I don't think there's anything else we could have done. You've been more proactive and being like, alright, we're gonna main face company, just try and like hit. But yeah, we're gonna turn too slow effectively. Where all the 1 mana creatures come in. Early. Maybe this is a match where we just like need to mulligan, make sure we have an early enough start that we get out the gates. In the deck mulligans, okay.
The arc bow is quite powerful.
With like you have a ton of elves. Oh, sorry. You so about elves. And then you have a few different catch-up cards that can pull you back from mulligan. Between Final Visionary and Realmwalker. But then like you have enough like good starts between like Elf into War Master's pretty powerful.
Yep. You're going
like,
down.
Elf into Dream Druids, Marwins. The kind of start that you're looking for. Okay. And yeah. There we go. That is it though. Sorry, I've kind of dragged that out a little bit longer than it has to be. But yeah. Those are some of the tools that the Elf deck has. We went 2-2 in this video, 3-2 overall in the event. I don't know if anyone needs to again for a while. It's just like quite a lot of time. Like these games were for the most part pretty short. This is still going to be like an hour. But in general, best of three, especially like if you play against like control and decks like that, it's just gonna take quite a while to win. Like the last video was actually like 2.5 hours or something, and not many people want to watch that much Magic, and it's a lot more from me as well. I just want to showcase the sideboarding and tools and stuff. We'll grab our prizes. We get some gems. We get some boosties. Open our booster packs. Rare wild card. That's literally the best card you can open in Magic Arena. By the way, right there. Gems. I actually needed that to. All right. Grew like Cynthia. Yeah, I think I'm posting this on Monday. If you're interested in more best of 3 elf stuff, you want to like see some more of the express boarding things. We went. The last video I posted, we were like was like 5-1, showcases a bunch of different matchups to the ones we played against here. So you can check that out. If you're like interested in the Explorer deck or Elf deck, I have a couple of different videos of best of 1 events. 1 7-win like trophy, and one other one that was also good. Deck's really, really strong. Recommend it. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, yeah, all the cool YouTube stuff. Really, really appreciate it. And peace out. Have a good day.